What's up, YouTube? Sue coming at you with another episode of the Materialers Weekly. This time, I'll be interviewing this guy, Mr. Denim over here, as Hoodie seems to, Hoodie seems to think it is, but alright, whatever. So, as he had the audacity to try and ask me questions, I decided I think I should probably have to ask him some questions.
The whole thing the viewers wanted to know those questions asked, right? Like, I knew half the answers, right? I just had to do it for the viewers. They were frequently asked.
Frequently asked? He's probably with all of the ones who commented them, though, with his 7 million accounts that he was going to make. Represent the whole earth.
Gotta do it.
Right? Alright, so, first question coming at you here. You have recently decided to make a bit of a career change. You're moving out of accounting, going into culinary. How does it feel to make such a stupid decision?
Very fulfilling.
I hate him. The worst. But seriously though, like, accounting is way better than culinary. How could you ever decide to drop that for something as stupid as culinary?
Well, you see, I like eating, and I like the smell of food, and both gets fulfilled in this career change.
But you're supposed to be lazy. You shouldn't be wanting to make the food.
But I think there's nothing more enjoyable than having all your ingredients there and making your meal and it all smelling great with music playing in the background, blaring, and just having a good time doing that. I think it's a lot more fulfilling than, sitting at a desk hoping that the numbers you're fudging are going to be good enough for your boss until they're not, because he's like, make them 3 times as large because we have to make sure that we're doing mark-to-market accounting or whatever bullshit they want to pull. And you're just being left filled with a void of emptiness because you're never going to be good enough for them. Well, in cooking, your customers are always going to be like, oh, this is amazing, I'll definitely come back. You're like, that's good. And then you try something different and love that as well. And you're always left with a sense of accomplishment other than in the accounting field. Like, if we're doing just straight bookkeeping, that's fine. I do any financial statements any day. They're good times. Have some music playing during that. But when you're getting to the more of the accounting plays away from bookkeeping, it becomes less enjoyable because you're always expected more than it's reasonable.
I will refrain from disproving everything you just said because this is an interview about you. All right, so a little while ago, we made a video about Avenged Sevenfold, one or two maybe, I don't know. There was a couple in there, I don't know. Yeah. And in it, you said that the song, what is it, Welcome to the Family? You can't win this fight? Yeah. You say that to everyone who wants to fight you? Yeah. How many people outside of the Material Lords have actually tried to fight you?
Just the Material Lords.
And you say that every time we try to fight?
Every time.
And how does that work for you?
We don't fight because the third step's in.
That's fair. All right. You also happen to have a few interesting catchphrases throughout our videos, namely the one that comes to mind, really, in our first video. Oh, my word! What prompts these strange catchphrases?
I really like that part of the song.
And what about the time that you went, but mommy?
Well, you see, when you see your mom, you're doing something that you really enjoy, and your mom starts booing you, isn't your only reaction to go, but mommy?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Like, it's just you're just filled with disappointment and sadness because even your mom doesn't like you. I mean, she barely shows up for anything, and then she shows up to the one thing that means a lot to you, and you're like, she actually showed up for this one, and then she boos you, you're like, but mommy.
All right. So, recently, there has been a second mixtape brought to you from the Material Lords. Would you say that Working Cow is now the best Rush song?
I would definitely say it's not the best Avenged Sevenfold song.
And what would the best Avenged Sevenfold song be?
Working Cow.
Fair enough. I can't disagree with such an action. All right. I couldn't help but notice that you actually have a Rush hat on today. You decided to wear that. What is it that draws you to Rush?
I don't know. There's just this one song that I really like, and like I keep forgetting the name for some reason, and I don't even know why I like it. It's just so long ago. Like, all I know is every time it comes on, I just have to dance to it for some reason. And it just makes me thoroughly enjoy Rush as a whole as a band.
I think a song might be called like Huckleberry Finn or something like that.
Yeah, something like they rode down on a raft or something. I don't know. A modern day warrior, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't know. He might have had some angry strides or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Very proudful person, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways. Oh, fantastic song.
That's a great song.
Even the guy's pretty good.
Yeah, but Denim's the worst.
Denim's absolutely the worst.
Wait.
All right. So there is also a series on this channel that some people have characterized as some serious bullshit. Some serious
I
bullshit.
think that's a little extreme.
I think the viewers will have to be the one to decide that. But it's what prompted these parodies of these really great songs?
Really, it actually comes down to an interesting story. Our mom's greatest recipe that she makes for us, like every day for lunch, Macaroni and Blair, and which is like the only Blair we do because we don't go blah blah blah. Well, we wanted to parody songs, and we just tried throwing the Macaroni and Blair into there, and it just kind of stuck. You know, we did our favorite song in Tom Sawyer first, and then it just moved forward. We're like, oh, that's a fun song to do. Let's do a creepy song next. So we did a little piece of blah blah, and then just questions keep reoccurring that you didn't know the answer to. So we just had to keep making the videos to make sure you knew every answer. So that if I went up to you, I was like, what happens to the 100th blah 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 blah, you'd know the answer, even though we currently and forever will not go blah blah blah.
Absolutely. We have never once went blah blah blah.
No, there was no discussion on that whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You have been known once in a while to throw your hands up in the air, run across screen, and scream some sort of word or sound or thing comes out of your mouth.
Indeed.
Where did that come from?
Well, if you watch our channel, we know we did a top 15 Disney songs, and in said video, we did the song, I think it came like 11th or something, I could be wrong, Under the Sea, and I wanted to do a play on words. I was like, see, Steve, kind of works, you know? I was like, this will make him really mad. So at first I did it, I was just going across the screen doing different fish motions at first, just kind of doing silly things to get a reaction out of him, as I do. And it definitely did. He was very upset. And then at the end, I was like, I had to do it once more, and which he let me do. I was like, how can I make this the best? I was like, I bet I could say this at a really high pitch, and I bet I can make my arms look like seaweed when I run across to make it still have the sea effect. And it worked perfectly. And stunningly enough, it's one of our biggest jokes that we use, because it's just so unexpected that we make it expected.
So unexpected, we make it expected. I love the contradictions.
It's not a contradiction, it's fact.
That's fair. So, how much coffee do you regularly drink on a daily basis?
24.
24? 1 per hour?
1 per hour.
I like those statistics.
There you go.
All right, so I lost my train of thought. There's a train in my head and just it just totally got derailed.
Yes?
I was really just mesmerized by the beauty of that train you just had there. Just exactly. Attaboy. Attaboy. All right, so there's this dad character. He keeps coming on once in a while in the videos. Once in a while he likes to be, or he is part of the character. What are your feelings about Dad and his axes?
Dad is dad.
And
axes are axes.
That's a pretty fair assumption. What about the time he rejected you giving him something to cut the small things with?
But Mommy!
That's not the right character.
It's the same thing.
Is it though?
I mean, I was just as disappointed.
That's fair. Dad betrayal is the worst kind of betrayal.
It's the worst, because it's just dad. You're like, I have to make my dad proud, and then he just goes, this is useless. I'm going to sharpen my axe with this other axe. And you're like, oh, I should have just got him another axe.
Absolutely. So there has been this new face around the Material Lords as of late.
Oh, jeez.
He really did show up one day. He seemed to have been after you, actually, namely. And you've had some time to spend some time with him. Do you see any kind of lasting relationship between Mr. Hoodie, as his name is, and the Material Lords?
Not if he keeps acting like the little Pite's boy as he is. Like, oh man, it's terrible. Like, I have to live with this guy because I guess Pite singled me out for some reason, because I guess the wild card has to be kept in check or something. I don't know. Either way, yeah, he's very much like, are you doing a video today? I'm like, no, I think I'll take the day off. I think we've done a lot. And he's like, I'm telling Pite, we didn't make videos today. And I'm like, oh, why? What's your problem? And then it's like, I'm just eating pizza. He's like, you don't have mushrooms? I'm telling Pite, you don't have mushrooms on your pizza. I'm like, oh my, come on, man. Like, he's just gotta loosen up. And then the problem with him in videos, as Pite likes to force him sometimes, and even non-videos, because he's always behind the scenes, is as soon as we get off track in a video, he's got to put us right back on track. He turns the camera off so that we can't even watch our enjoyment. And he's like, no, we gotta get back on track. We got a script. We gotta make sure we do it. And we gotta make sure the videos come out on time. It's like, we have like 5 videos ready to go, dude. Like, we can have some fun doing this. And then during which he shows his rookie colors way too much. He just doesn't have the cohesiveness as we do in videos, which makes it very hard to to record with them. So I can see some problems arising and some roadblocks happening if these aren't overcame in a short period of time.
Yeah. I don't think I could have said it better. As of late, there's been a few changes to the look of the Material Lords, namely from you, because, you know, leathers looked pretty well the same throughout our entire history as a unit, and the suit, for the most part, he'll once in a while not have his jacket, not have a tie, maybe just have a dress shirt, but in general, you know what his thing's about. You have recently completely revamped your denim style. What prompted the change?
New year, new me.
And I don't think I can say much more than that. Mr. Denim, everybody. And that is the next episode of Material Lords Weekly. I would like to thank you all for tuning in. And right before we go, we have one last little message. Have a good one, everybody.